Again, a word to the wise. Generally speaking, your teachers present problems to you that reflect a technique that they like you to use. And certainly Wells loves this long division, and it does simplify problems. It's not really taught nowadays because the rationals we give students tend to be much simpler problems. Wells's problems are far more difficult than most students in algebra are seeing nowadays. But anyway, what do? I take each term and I divide it. And I'm going to trust you can do that on your own. Divide it. This term here, divide it. This term here, divide it. Relatively simple process, by the way. So my claim over, if I do that, let me get my eraser out, I get something pretty nice. And I'll tell you why something nice. You know, I kind of reduced the complexity of the numerator. It no longer has x in it. And that's good news. I have denominators with x in it, but that numerator no longer has an x in it. That's definitely reduced complexity. Furthermore, I'm hoping you're noticing something over here. 1, let me get my red one out. 1, minus 1, 1, minus 1. They disappear. So what are you left off with? You're left off with, let me just tell you what you're left off with. This, 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 and this. And what I did there, I noticed that, they all have like some n in it, and also a factor of 2. All right? Now I'm going to do something a little different that's in the key over here. I'm going to divide every single term by 2n. And what would you get? 1, x minus n. I'm doing something that's not in the key, by the way, plus 2, x plus 2n equals, well, 6n. I'm sorry, not 6n. I'm sorry. I'm dividing by 2n. 6 over x minus 6n. And then you get minus, let me see if I said that right. Yep, minus. What do you get there? Well, it's 3, right? Over x minus 3n. All right, I'm looking at that, and I'm kind of wondering what to get there if I pulled those together. And on the left side, by the way, things may need to be moved around. I'm looking for something easy, by the way. Now, what would you get there? You would get x plus 2n, and then you get plus 2x minus 2n. And what would that give you? That would give you 3x, right? Let's do the right side. X minus 6n. I know I'm jamming it in, by the way. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my eraser out. So I get 3x, x minus n, x plus 2n. On the right side, x minus 6n, x minus 3n. And I'm hoping something nice happens there too. Let's write that down. What do you get? 6x minus 18n. Let's see, minus 3x plus 18n. 18n. Well, the 18n's disappear. You get 3x. Well, I noticed a solution to that, and x equals 0 is a solution to that problem. Then I'm going to get rid of it. I don't need that anymore. And I get 1 over x minus n, x plus 2n, equals 1, x minus 6n, x minus 3n. Well, I'm going to keep moving forward, and I'm going to write this down now. And I'm going to multiply both sides by the LCD, and you're going to get x squared minus 9n x. Let's keep going. Plus 18n squared equals x squared. Let's see, 2 minus 1 is 1n. That's an xn. And then you're going to get minus 2n squared. Well, these disappear, and that's good news. And let's get the x onto one side. So I'm going to say 10 nx, and then I'm going to add 2n squared to both sides. That would be 20n squared. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 10n. And what do you get? N can't be 0, by the way. You're going to get 20n squared over 10n, and x would equal to 2n. All right, I see that answer over here. Again, my work's slightly different than the work up here, but it's equivalent work. It's not substantially different, slightly different. I always set out, and so I wonder if Sage could get the same answer. And I want to point out, I got two answers, x equals 0 and x equals 2n. Now, certainly I'm agreeing with my work, all right? And that's something I'm going to typically end up doing, is agreeing with my own work. I asked Sage to do it, though. And Sage came up with the same answers, all right? X equals 2n, x equals 0. And by when I say it comes up with the same answer, I mean as soon as you hit the return, it's answering the question. It took me time to get through it, no doubt about it. It takes time. And it's certainly a skill that you want to acquire, being able to do things by hand. Thank you.